On the run from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Offense getting set for first down. They'll start this drive with a pass. Buys a little time. Open space at the 25. Makes the stop at the 30, but a big 15-yard pickup gets him out of trouble.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the first down. Just so hard to defend.
Now on first down from the 30. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. A first down for the offense. They'll leave it with him. Nowhere to move. Just a savvy, veteran, productive run from this junior. See that maze in blue, and you expect tough-minded, hard-nosed running attacks.
I expect big, physical, huge linemen that don't like people, that are going to move them out of the way and do just this, what we did right here. Move the sticks, get first downs on the ground. That's who Michigan is.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. Finds a tight end. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. We talk a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, but they've always had an effective quarterback who can make plays down the field.
And I think some people hear effective, Reese, and take that as an insult, right? Like, I don't want to hear about my quarterback being effective. I want him to be explosive. I want him to be dynamic. But Michigan doesn't really have those guys most of the time at that quarterback spot. But when they find those good ones, they have great seasons.
Wonder if they'll throw it again after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 49. Here's the handoff. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there, 3rd and long coming up. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season.
Steph is a GOAT, but he going home next round, though.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
The Wolverines decide to punt it away. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called. Timeout, Michigan. And the Wolverines come to the line trying to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got his man on the right. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
You got to have better tackling in the back end on defense. The guy didn't have the first once he had the ball in his hand, but because you missed the tackle, they've now got a fresh set of downs.
Looking left. It's complete. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. The Wolverines getting set on 1st and 10. They're going to throw it again. They're bringing heat. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Running to the left. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wolverines. Lining up to add another. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. Bringing it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. He's going to take a shot right away. Snags it on the right. He's off to the races. Touchdown, Florida State. That is the ultimate grab and go for the score. On to attempt the try. Bangs it through for an extra point. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. Takes it inside his own 20. Chance for great field position here. They put the brakes on him, but a good return out to the 36. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. And it's picked off. Got some room to run. Past the 20. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Seminoles. Ready to try the point after. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Offense set on first down. Snapped it in the shotgun. Got a man. It's Ramsey. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
They'll line up for a second down play. From the shotgun, the inside give. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. As the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Florida State 14, Michigan 7.
Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. Getting some heat. He'll pull it down. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
They'll throw it on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
After the incompletion, let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd and 10 from the 33. Quarterback checking the play. They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. Makes the grab on the left. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke. Not much room to run.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's got his man. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
And the Wolverines have this offense rolling. They keep attacking through the air. Makes the catch. It's Ramsey. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
That is just a sideline clinic. Roll, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
Well, that's a really nice job surveying the field and delivering an accurate throw. You know, when I think back to Michigan quarterbacks, I think of guys like Elvis Gerbach or Tom Brady, Jim Harbaugh, Brian Griese, guys that could hurt you throwing the ball from the pocket, surveying the field, reading defenses, and making quick decisions. This guy has the ability to do all of those things.
Guys at the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football. And you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
And the short completion brings up 2nd down. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Plows through the defense. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
A first down run in the red zone. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll run it left, looking for the end zone here. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. The Wolverines will hustle to the line. They'll try to power it in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Michigan!
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. Those guys, those running backs coming, they just need a mid. They put one mid on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Spits it out to the back. He's got his man. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
Looking to throw it again. Gonna take a shot. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on 4th.
And those 4th down stops are so huge for momentum to turn the ball back to your offense. Great pass defense, seeing the ball, breaking on it, swatting it down so the receiver couldn't make a play. Nice job by this defense.
Turns it on in midfield. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the 1st down.
And that's all you want, right? You want that 1st down. Understand the situation. Understand I got to get north and south. Get a 1st down, get a new set of downs.
From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. And he could not get loose on the run. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of that.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle.
And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his. The give to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. He's right on target. It's a fumble on the play. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
You know, oftentimes when you're playing in conditions like this and it's raining, you'll see a lot of the skill players offensively take off the gloves because they want to be able to feel the football. They think it gives them better control of it. And I don't know if that played into the football going on the ground there, but you know that ball security is going to be one of the biggest factors in this game moving forward.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
Looking to move it through the air. Unloads to the wideout. Tosses it incomplete. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Trying to get to it. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery, and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Wolverines will kick it away to crank up the 2nd half. And he's going to try to return this one. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. First drive of the 2nd half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the 2nd half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. This time on target. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a 1st down. And on 3rd down, they find a way to get the ball to the back end space and move the chain.
And that's a play the defender would like to have back. They like to think that they can cover running backs on these types of angle routes, but they're just not good enough on the coverage. And that allowed the offense to convert that 3rd down.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on 1st down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good 2nd down.
He leaves it with his back. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
It's complete to the left. Still on his feet at the 45. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And the Seminoles have their offense in high gear. Toss to the outside. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Things aren't going to get better for this offense, guys, until their quarterback becomes more accurate. Obviously, that was the problem the last game out. Completed less than 50% of his passes there. And he's doing it again here. You just can't score points if you're not completing throws.
And the defense had its hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. A 51-yard field goal is not really unreasonable in terms of range, but they'll try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And he gives himself up, but not before he moves those sticks.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Makes him talk to the hand. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Running backs square their shoulders up. It's when they have the most power. You see him square his shoulders up, break tackles, be strong, continue to plow his way forward, just making it really easy on everybody in this offense by breaking tackles.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Well, he couldn't find any running room at all, and he'll end up taking a loss on the play.
Yeah, great discipline on defense, too, because if you're going to stop the option, you have to play assignment football. Everybody doing their job. There was just nowhere to go there for the QB.
And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the 3rd down, now setting up 1st and goal.
Touchdown, Knowles! And that one will give them the lead. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. On the move from inside his 5. He's out of bounds at the 31 after a nice return. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going here.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Makes the grab. And that spin move kept the play alive and let this guy pick up a few extra yards.
And a running back who can take a dump-off pass like that and take it for a gain, that can really be a quarterback's best friend. It's an easy way to rack up touches, but also get the ball to your playmaker in open space.
And they got the completion, but still looking at a 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. A quick tackle made, but he's he's got plenty for the first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback here with his impression.
First down to start the drive after the break. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Wolverines want to pick up the tempo.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it, but the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Got him downfield. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Unloads to the wideout. Pulls it in. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Really nice timing on that play. Receiver working against zone coverage on the perimeter. He's able to settle down, fight back to the football, and pick up the first.
A 1st down run on the doorstep. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Reese, that's 3 for the young fella. I mean, this dude's smelling the end zone. Anytime he gets near it, you know he's going to lower his shoulder, do whatever it takes to get in the end zone. The hat trick, the 3rd touchdown.
The extra point is up and good, and we are tied up in the 4th. He'll call for the fair catch here. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot.
He's looking deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
They'll try the right side. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete on the right side. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Going for it on 4th down late in a tie game. This is a huge play. At the 45 on his way. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier. Do you think the head coach really had any doubt? He's in his own territory, but you only have a few inches to go.
Go, go, go. I don't care what side of the field it is, 4th and inches. I'm going for it. I like my chances.
So no room to run there, and you wonder after that loss on first down where they turn now.
Yeah, and that's why it's so important for the defense to win these first downs, right? You want to create negative plays to make this offense so much more predictable.
The give out of the gun. Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23. The crowd elevating its energy, willing this defense to get a stop on this big 3rd down. Feeling some heat. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And now they regain the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Notre Dame is just getting blown off the field right now. I know a lot of people either love or hate the Golden Domers, but anyone would agree this is tough to watch. They're trailing by 21 to Oregon. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Leaves it with the running back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Off the bootleg. Wants to throw it. Flushed out of the pocket. Unleashes one. Makes a connection. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense gets set for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. It's complete to the right. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down. Got to get everybody on the same page in a hurry. Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth game if I were allowed to push passes when I was a blank quarter. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Pocket starts to collapse. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
He's got it, and they convert. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. They'll run it from the gun. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. They'll try to get the first through the air. Finds his big tight end. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. Timeout called by the offense. 23 seconds remaining in the game. And if they want to take the lead, can't be thinking field goal here. They'll need a touchdown to go up in the 4th. The snap sets up the throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Lets it fly. Oh, picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
That might be the nail in the coffin, fellas. This offense, they're trying to get back in the game. You're having to be aggressive. You're now going to have to start taking chances. An errant throw ends up in the hands of the defense, and I think that's all she wrote.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. That is the exclamation point, and they remain perfect. Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that you will perform well enough to do so, that's really hard to stop.
It's a mindset, Reese. This team has it right now. You can tell their players